we're going to open our box. Oh, there's a tab. Ooh, shiny. This is the inventory from the box. Got the warranty information. There was a little box of parts which had a masonry bit, some screws, and some anchors here to mount everything. This little guy is a release key, so that if you want to take the doorbell back out of the mounting bracket. I believe these are extenders for behind the doorbell. If you need more room for the wires, I'm not sure yet. We'll find out for sure. This is an angled mounting plate in case you need to mount it in an area where the doorbell is tilted more one way than the other. I think this is just the regular mounting plate. This guy here goes in the actual doorbell chime box to, I guess, either transmit or receive the rings of the doorbell. This is the doorbell in question, and this is the thorough installation manual here. Yep, that's it. The back of the doorbell has the QR code to scan for your Nest system. Same QR code is here on the thick instruction manual. So those are our parts. All right, first thing we've got to do is test the voltage from my existing doorbell. So I got to take the screws out so we can get to the wires and test the doorbell. So there's two wires, a red wire and a white wire, which the instructions kind of suggested was going to be the case. I think that's a good thing. I think that's going to be a little more lucky for me. So let's test the voltage and see where we are. It's going to be AC voltage. So it says 17 volts. So that's just fine. The instructions say that's within the guidelines. Alright, take the cover off the chime. How many wires are connected to the terminals in your chime? 3. Oh, there's... So maybe it's for both doorbells. 3. Rear, trans, front. I see that. Rear, trans, front. Which one are you replacing? Well, both. We'll go with front door first. So I'm hooking up my second wiring sensor thing for the doorbell here. The directions weren't real clear on this, but my guess here is that I've just connected on the second one the gray wire to the trans connection here and nothing on the other side of the gray wire. I'm hoping that this already gives us the circuit that we need because we've already made that with the other one. The other one is connected to the wire that the trans was on to the gray wire, and I'm thinking that this one doesn't need one on that one. And then the back door wire goes to the white one here. And that seems to work. We'll hook it all up and see if that solves the mystery of using two of these chime sensors in the chime box. So the existing holes in my doorbell were just a little too far apart, and they had a little too much play anyway. So I think I'm going to drill some holes next to them, and the sides of this will cover them up, and I'd rather have a firm connection than not. So it says to keep the wires kind of in the bottom part of this big opening, so that's the way I'll mark it, and we'll drill it out. The masonry bit came with the kit, so we're ready to go. I may need the extensions. I'll just do that to make it easier. Okay, so I've put the extensions on there to just hopefully make it a little easier. Okay. Okay. One doorbell. So let's go turn the power back on and see if it works. Okay. It's glowing blue. That seems good. Woo! And it rings. That's good. All right, I've marked a couple of spots on where I want to mount this. Now I'm going to pre-drill these holes so I can screw it in a little easier. Okay. Now we will connect the wires to the doorbell. Taking off the old doorbell, putting a little curl on the wires. Connect these guys. Wires are tight. Now we're going to push this back in place, and then turn the breaker back on. And the blue light has come on. And hopefully it will start to connect to the Nest system. There it goes. And that's a good sign. All right, let's see if it's connected to the system. Well, it's nighttime now, so the cameras both switched to night vision mode in black and white, but it's basically pitch black dark out there, and you can see they're doing a good job. This is the Nest app, the PC version. So both the doorbells worked, and it's been fun playing with them. They send notifications when they see movement. You can configure that on whether they send for just recognizing a person or movement or a person you know. Then of course whenever the bell rings. And two-way talk works very clear, very well. So I'm looking forward to trying these guys out for a few days and seeing how good they work.